What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. So the time has come for us to take this thing on a spin and see if everything I did for the cooling system is going to pan out. I did replace the rear caliper because it was leaking, replaced it with a nice refurbished one from Cardone, and it worked out great. And I got my temp tags in, so we're ready to take this thing on a rip and see if everything works out. Now that little bit of a misfire problem that I had in previous episode, I think I figured out what that was. And if you look at my catch can right here, I have a drain valve right down there. And I drained it the other day and I left it in the open position. And if you see where this hose connects, it connects in back of the mass airflow sensor right there where the intake of the turbo is. So that makes sense that with that valve open, it was sucking air on the backside of the MAF airflow sensor and it wasn't calculating that air, and that's what caused the cutout. So I'm pretty sure that's what it was. I closed the valve off and I think that that's gonna fix it. So let's go ahead, get this thing started up, put on the road, and let's go test it out. All right, let's see if we got some boost now and it don't cut out. Thing as me having the valve open on the catch can caused that ignition cutout, so I'm glad that was it. Easy fix, so we can carry on. Well guys, I gotta tell you that the radiator is working a lot better as far as keeping the heat under wraps, but it still is climbing up in temperature. Now it is like 104 degrees outside today, and it is a perfect day to test the efficiency of it because it is so hot, but it still comes up. It doesn't come up as high as it did. It comes up about more than the 3/4 mark, and then when I'm in stop and go, it'll start coming back down, and then when I start going on the interstate again, or you know, at a constant speed for a long period of time, it starts climbing back up in temperature. So I need to come up with a game plan on this radiator, what I'm gonna do, but I still need to find out if it is gated with a divider plate. So that's gonna be the next thing I'm gonna check out, see if it has a divider plate in there, and if it don't, then I'm gonna have to chop that radiator up and put a divider plate in it and re-weld it. And if I do that, I think I'm going to expand the end tanks, make it hold more coolant, increase the capacity of the radiator, and see if that'll work out, if it does have a gate in it. That'll be the next step. And if that don't work out, then I'm probably gonna have to find another radiator that is even thicker, like a 3-row, and see how I'm gonna make it work, because I want to keep the setup that I have with the oil cooler in the front and intercooler. I want that setup, so I have to find a solution that's going to work for vertical mount, and that's just been the biggest challenge with this car. But it is what it is. It's a project. I'm learning, I'm trying things, and we'll come to a solution in the end. It's just going to take a little bit of time. But I'm over here at my buddy's shop, Bomb City Customs. He does Harleys, custom Harleys and everything, and I got my RC51 over here. And if you're wondering why I have my RC51 over here, he went and bought him a dyno, and I've been messing with the dyno. I tuned a Harley the other night. It was a carburetor. We was changing out jets, and I was able to tune it pretty well. And I brought my RC51 over here because I'm going to be mounting it up and dyno tuning it and teaching myself how to dyno tune motorcycles. So it's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to that. I'll probably do like a little episode on that. You guys let me know in the comments down below if you guys want to see something like that. But you know, it's not every day you have a friend that has a dyno. So for bikes, I just need a car dyno. But anyway, that's what I'm up against on this car, guys. So next is gonna be figuring out if this radiator's gated or not. So that's the next scene we're gonna cut to, is me figuring out if it's gated, and we're gonna have to figure out the game plan from there. All right, guys, so I'm back in the garage, but unfortunately the lift is tied up right now. Eric is diagnosing his car. He's got a nasty boost leak, and he needs to get this thing fixed because this is daily. And the lift he installed, he messed up one of the hoses, so that lift is down until that part comes in. So he desperately needs to use my lift. So I'm kind of tied up in the moment as far as making progress on the car, but I do have a great idea that I think is going to be a great fix-all solution to the cooling problem on my car. And I think the major problem is I just do not have a big enough radiator to be adequate to cool the car. And I was doing some thinking about it, and I forgot that I ordered 2 Sirocco radiators. So I have an extra Sirocco radiator, and I need to make a bigger radiator. So my game plan, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna combine the 2 and sandwich them together and make a double stack radiator. Double stack radiator. I don't think it's ever been done, but I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna try it out and see if that's gonna work. And I think it will, because it's gonna double the liquid capacity of the radiator and give me 2 times the amount of cooling surfaces along the fins. And I think doubling them up will fix that problem and allow me to keep the vertical setup, because I really want to keep that vertical setup because of the intercooler and everything, the way I got it configured. But the way I want to do it is I want to cut the intakes off right here, right there, and also on the radiator that's in the car, I'll cut it off right there and right there. And then I have some extra aluminum stock over there, and then I'll use the aluminum with the 2 radiators and weld them and sandwich them together. And also that will allow me to make sure that it's gated really nice, both of them together, to you know, seal off one end of the radiator to the other, to make it dual pass and be sufficient. Because I don't know how they dual pass these. I know that this one has a gate in it because I did check it with my little dog tag necklace. I ran it down and it didn't come down the bottom. So I don't know if it's just shoved in there and that's it. But I want to put, you know, some gate plates in there and then weld them so that it actually seals it and stops any coolant from leaking through to the bottom. So that's kind of the game plan of what I want to do. And I think that is going to fix the problem that I'm having, just allowing me to double up the liquid capacity for the radiator, because I actually have the room. The only thing I have to do is kind of remake my intake and kind of make it come up under here, tuck it up. But I have plenty of room to run 2 radiators stacked. And I think that will be what I need to do in order to get the cooling under control for this car, because it's just really small and I don't think it's adequate, because it's got a really pointy nose on this, and I do have an intercooler and an oil cooler behind that, kind of restricting the airflow. But liquid capacity, doubling that up, I think will be what I need to do in order to get this thing to work properly. And I think it's worth a shot, and it'll make great content for you guys to watch. And we'll see if that'll be the fix-all. So that's kind of what I came up with, and I think I'm gonna run with that, and it'll also add to the uniqueness of the car. So we'll just have to see how that goes. So definitely hit the like button if you like that idea. No, you know, scratch that. Y'all hit the like button right now, every single one of y'all, because that helps my channel get out there greatly, and it helps Z31 owners find my channel and gives you guys great content to watch, because there's just not a whole lot of content on Z31s, and I do have a full build of this car, and I know a lot of owners would love to watch it and see trials and tribulations that I had to go through in order to get here. And you know, it'll give you guys an idea of what I had to do in order to properly make everything work, because I really do believe that that's gonna work, and I think it'll work out pretty well. But if you're curious and you're here for the first time, definitely subscribe and follow along and see how that works out. So I'm all done on this episode, guys. Thank y'all for watching, and I will see you on the next one. So like, comment, subscribe, and share. I'll definitely see you guys on the next episode. Peace out.